Good morning, teacher, professor, and colleagues. In, in my case, is the Comunidad de Aboras. My name is Edson Tecsi. Today, I will to do about my experience travel and working in the Peruvian jungle, more precisely in Iquitos, the Bora indigenous population. Next. My work as an engineer was to access this Indian youth population center, where basic services such as sanitation, bathroom, water, and internet connection were evaluated. In the border population because community, many deficiencies were identified and efforts were made to address these needs. Journey. The only means communication with Iquitos is by aeroplane. We take 100, 100 o'clock to travel by boat, which take 3 days. Leaves for Calpa and boarding plane and arrived in the Iquitos airport. The first thing I noticed was in the temperature. If of the population whereas 55 centigrades, it's equal to the by Iquitos. After arriving in Iquitos, the only means transportation are motorcycles or motorbike and boat and small vessels. There aren't many cars, bus, or anything like that. The most common needs transportation is by river and lake. It was spectacular to be able to move around with those vehicles. When I arrived at community, there were no hotels. A solid solution they gave me was to sleep in the communicate or go back to Iquitos, which was a 4 hours bus trip. I don't know what trip. I don't. Traveling every day, impossible. The meeting is preferred is to stay in the community, the house where cozy bird mm, preferably in the state community, the house where record see but there was no electricity, no internet, and services like bathrooms and very precarious. The room they gave me was comfortable. It has a heat and mosquito net. It was the first time I had used it because they told me that it was essential to use mosquito and need to avoid disease caused by bees. The hole is the full of insects and wild animals. It was terrible. The first night I slept in my room, I found a good spider and a snake. I sighed the hair I didn't want to work. The food is very peculiar in the Hundi. There are no feet appear sick, fin cebu, and tapir meat. When you're hungry, you can't tell the difference. I tried the famous their word called suri. Oh yes, suri, insect. It was a debate but disgusting. At the same time, there was a buried, fried, boiled, and baked. Well, I had to eat in the first day. They also feed on lizard, turtle, paiche. There is no meat like in the sites. There is very peculiar gastronomy, got, but I had to eat because a cookie and soda don't feel good. There are also very nice dishes, less cecina, tacacho, but the money runs out very quickly. There was no rice, noodles, or fried chicken in the meal itself. It was a complete change in food, but a youth had. In the community, in the only means of communication was by boat, and there was only on ship in the morning. There was on the north means transport. Signed, it was a lake, an isla in the medium of the Honle. But what is lake is peculiar.